Okay, this is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Okay, the plot's pretty simple. It's about a boy from Spain who went to school, trained to become a priest, but he decided he wanted to travel, so he ended up leaving home. And the best way he could think of to travel a lot was to become a shepherd, because shepherds like take their flocks all over. So that's what he did. Uh, but the plot really starts when he has a dream that there's a treasure waiting for him at the pyramids of Egypt. Yeah, he wasn't sure what to make of the dream, so he takes it to a gypsy, and she tells him that there is in fact a treasure waiting for him in Egypt. And she's so confident in it that she doesn't have him pay her for interpreting the dream. She just wants 1/10 of the treasure. Anyways, I'm not going to go into the details of the plot too much more. Pretty much the rest of the book is just about him realizing his, quote, personal legend, which is to find the treasure that lies next to the pyramids in Egypt. And so he travels through the Sahara Desert, meets people, obviously conflict, resolution, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much the plot. So there's magic in the book. The biggest one is omens. There's all types of omens. He's like always interpreting different things. There's also God in the book. Yeah, at one point he speaks to God. There's also alchemists who can turn stuff like lead into gold. Real chemists can't do that. And then there's like the personification of everything. So like he can talk to the wind, he can talk to the sun. Yeah, and then there's also the language of the world, in which like all things can communicate. So you can communicate to the desert, or the desert communicates stuff to you. It's kind of hard to explain without reading the book, but it doesn't work the same way that language does. Like you can't just talk to people, but it's still kind of a language. Okay, so the lessons in the book are actually very plainly stated. Some of the times, like some of these lessons are just direct quotes from the book. And so I appreciate that. But just to go through a few of them, life requires risks. Don't be content with what you have if you have more to achieve. Yeah. True love will not stop the pursuit of personal legends. Fear of suffering is worse than suffering itself. Great Stoic quote. Anything can give an understanding of everything. So yeah, that reminds me more of like some type of a Hindu quote. But pretty much, yeah, it's just a bunch of different lessons from all different places around the world. I included these images here because a lot of them seem like stuff you'd find on Instagram. They look like the type of quotes that middle-aged women love to like hang over their toilet or somewhere in their bathroom or something. Pretty funny, but that doesn't mean they're not valuable. But yeah, that brings me to the theme of the book, which is chase your personal legend. That's why I included Tony Robbins here and the one like garage guy, because it really reminds me of one of them. Book recommendation. I'm recommending this book as a 6.5 out of 10. The reason why it's so low is because I'm recommending this for people like in my age group, and more specifically my friends. And all my friends are in college. And this whole book is just about like, oh, chase your passion, don't give up on your dreams. There's obviously other lessons in there, but the main thing is chase your dreams. And it's hard to find a college kid that's like given up on their dreams. We're all here in college looking for practical knowledge that we can apply and use to chase our dreams, essentially. And like to that regard, the value of this book is limited. For the first half of the book, it was actually pissing me off a lot because it was just like, oh, dude, chase your dreams, whatever. And then he's just following omens around, and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to like follow omens? Like, should I start looking out for omens more? So yeah, so it's essentially the lack of practical advice that makes it be rated so low. All that being said, I know when I was a kid, I was really into like the mystery of like the whole Arab world. This book is really good at like creating a sense of mystery. It doesn't quite shine through to my age group, I don't think. But if you're a kid and you're reading this would be really good. It's also like a good introduction to like modern America, chase your dreams culture, which is cool. But it's a little played out, at least in my book. Might just be because I'm from America or whatever, but yeah, some really good things I'll say about this book is it's nice and simple. It's easy to read. It's easy to put down one day and pick up where you left off, and you don't really need to like go back and read it all. He ends it definitively. He doesn't just like give us, and just leave us on a cliffhanger. Oh, you choose your own ending. There's a definitive ending, which is good. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of good stuff to this book. I'm not saying that I didn't like it. At first, I didn't like it. Honestly, the full first half, I like really hated it, but it grew on me. I don't hate it. It's just like it's not exactly what I'm looking for in a book, or what I think other college kids are looking for in a book. But that doesn't mean it's a bad book. So 6.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10 if you're buying it for someone like sixth grade or below. Anyways, that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, pretty quick one today. See ya.